3 days, one cheap RC car, and more mechanical disasters than a 90s Top Gear episode. In episode 1, you saw us take a bargain bin RC chassis, stuff it full of budget electronics, slap on a 3D printed aerodynamic body, and then immediately snap that body in half during testing. We topped out at 60 miles an hour, nowhere near our 100-mile-an-hour goal for Rory's first ROSSA event. So in true last-minute fashion, we panic bought new electronics. Will they deliver Rory his 100-mile-an-hour cap? Let's find out. As always, I kick things off with my traditional track walk, the only chance to check the runway for bumps, stones or anything waiting to ruin your day. We checked the speed traps, trimmed the steering, and got through the briefing. And then it was time for Rory's first ever official ROSSA run.
It was flat, was it? Oh, good.
Flat the whole time.
Yeah, it looked smooth, didn't it?
51.83 miles an hour through the traps on 3 cell. A solid and safe first run. Run 2. Confidence boosted, maybe a bit too much. He sent it, crashed, snapped off the canards, but hit 75 miles an hour on GPS. Suddenly the 100-mile-an-hour dream felt that little bit closer. Run 3, with the throttle capped at 75%, Rory clocked 65.34 miles an hour through the traps.
Well done, little beast.
Yeah, well done, Rory. What did we get on the GPS then? 75 again. Yeah.
So
Just because that was full speed.
Run 4. .47 miles an hour.
Oh, perfect, Rory.
And that wrapped up day 1. Confidence building, speed climbing, the little Banzai was showing promise. Rory arrived buzzing with confidence and went straight for the tower. Run 1, 49 miles an hour, a warm-up. Run 2.
Yes. 76. Yeah, well done.
76 miles an hour through the traps. A new PB. Run 3. Rory drifted offline onto the left-hand side of the runway and sensibly aborted. Smart driving. On the second attempt,
yeah, good one.
He got 78.46 miles an hour through the traps, another PB, and 80 miles an hour on GPS.
Oh, is it not moving? No, oh.
But the car didn't come back. When we recovered it, the problem was obvious. The plastic spur gear had melted, completely smooth, no teeth. Luckily, Alex came to the rescue with a steel spur gear. We got it fitted and sent the car back out.
Oh.
But then disaster. The 34-tooth pinion gear launched itself into orbit. Gone, our highest gearing completely missing. And to make it worse, I brought the wrong spares. 48 DP instead of 0.6 module. That one's on me. We had to fall back to the standard 32 teeth. Talking of buying things, as promised in episode 1, the Mini Beast FTX Banzai speedrun body is now available as a downloadable 3D print file. It's designed for the Banzai, but with a 190mm width, 260mm wheelbase, it should fit plenty of other 1/10 on-road RC cars too. And here's some awesome news. My 234.71 miles per hour beast run is now an official Guinness World Record. To celebrate that, and all the Guinness verified runs set at Clanbedra over the years, I've created a brand new t-shirt. Clambedda RC Speed Trials, home of the fastest. The store is fully international, printful manufacturers locally wherever possible, so you can order from almost anywhere and get your items in about a week. Every purchase helps support Project 250, my mission to smash through the 250 mile an hour and 400 km/h barriers. Alright, back to the action. We pushed on with 3S, but gremlins were lurking. On run 1, there was an immediate cut on the first attempt. Second attempt, the car flipped for no reason, destroying the body mounts. Luckily Alex came to our aid again and donated a spare set. What a legend. Rory got 78 miles an hour on GPS. Run 2, yet more cuts and another flip.
Oh no.
Then the penny dropped. The flips were caused by ESC cuts. The power was dropping off so violently that the car was pitching forward and crashing. But how to prevent them?
Try being even more smooth on the throttle.
That was as smooth as possible.
Yeah, the only other thing you can do is put the delay back on.
No, no delay, I hate delay.
Yeah.
Good lad.
The Martin school of thought.
Yes, drive your car.
The steady pass got 64 miles an hour, but we were never going to hit 100 like this. Run 3, we moved over to 4 cell to try and reduce the current and help avoid the cuts. Luckily Alex loaned us a 4S pack. Then boom!
Yes, good run, Rory.
87.58 miles an hour through the traps and 88 miles an hour on GPS. Smooth, controlled and promising. Run 4.
Yes! Yes, nice on Rory. That might have been it, you know.
Might have been, yeah.
Rory drove a perfect pass at 96.30 miles an hour through the traps. But then
Is it coming back?
No.
the car didn't return. When we got it back on GPS,
101.
he'd got 101 miles an hour. But the pinion was shredded, and it turned out also the motor shaft was bent. Our setup, the one we knew could break 100 now, was dead. At this point, I was ready to call it. But Rory? Not a chance. He refused to give in, so we rebuilt. Thanks to the Robinsons for a pinion and Alex yet again for a motor, we are up and running, but with a slower setup. It left us asking, does the little Banzai still have 100 miles an hour in it? We were going to find out quite soon. Run 5. It was late evening now, the sun was low and nerves were high. Rory did his ritual forward roll for luck, don't ask, and went for it. The pinion detached again.
Oh no.
Luckily it was still in the car, so we refitted it with some red Loctite and had one last chance as the organisers gave us permission to run as the final car of the whole event.
Oh yeah, nice one, Rory.
Let's see what he gets, let's see what he gets. Oh, you are joking!
Oh.
Steve, you've got to get him set up again quickly.
We can just run again if that's all right.
Yeah, I'll go again.
Oh.
Yes, he's got one more.
Yeah, bring it back.
99.7 miles per hour. Agonising, heartbreaking. But the ROSSA team weren't having it. They insisted on one more run, and everyone wanted Rory to get that hat.
Oh, he's got it.
There's no way that.
Yes.
And then 100.71 miles an hour through the traps.
Yeah.
He'd done it with a borrowed motor, mismatched gearing, and the car that was holding on by a thread. This little cheap speed car hit 100 miles an hour.
down and get your cap, buddy. Yeah. Well done, man. Well done.
4 years ago today, that were him.
Oh, well done.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Club now.
So give me that hat.
Take
and
that
so-
off now.
Yeah.
Because they got something way more special for you. To 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
No, on the one before, just now, even 99.7. Yeah. So.
There's no way I'm having that. He's going again.
Well done, mate. Hey!
Yeah, thanks everyone, thank you. Yes.
Nicely done, mate. Nicely done.
Yeah.
Oh.
Now you've earned your break.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, you do it then. It's gonna be 101, I think. Yeah. 101.
Again.
The Banzai was at its absolute limit, but we're not done. The next ROSSA cap, 200 kph or 124 miles an hour. The next event, just 5 weeks away. Episode 3 is coming next and the upgrades are wild. The Banzai gets major surgery, a stretched chassis, a new power system and a fight to reach 200 km/h. Can the Banzai survive again, or will it explode in an exciting and educational fashion? Subscribe so you don't miss it. And massive thanks to the ROSSA Ops team, Alex and the Robinsons for helping make Rory's 100-mile-an-hour dream come true.
That was a great pass. Let's see what he gets. Let's see what he gets. I think you came off. Something came off the throttle a bit, but it revved up. It did rev up though after. All right, let's see what.
79.
You are joking! Oh, he's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Yes! 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 Finally! Well done, mate. Well done, mate.
High five.
What? Well done, mate. Well done.
Having that. He's going again.
Well done, mate. Hey! Nicely done, mate. Nicely done.
Now
Oh.
you've earned your break.
Yes. Exactly the same as me at round 1. Last run of the day. I got the hat. Well done, mate.
Exactly.